All right. Hi there. Welcome back, everybody, to the Baseball Replay Journal. And here we have another game for you. It's the Giants of the Phillies. Again, April 25th, 1949. And here we go. Phillies at 3-5, and the New York Giants are at 5-1. Now, don't get too excited if you're a Giants fan, because I was just looking at the papers, and in real life, the Giants were in first place at this part of the season. That shows you how early it was. 2-2 now on Sid Gordon. Swings and not able to get that one straight, but he gets a base hit there on the next one. A base hit here off of Hank Bowery. Bowery having looks like his second start of the season for Philadelphia. A little fly ball there to Dale Ennis from Marshall, and there's one away. Here's Bobby Thompson now. Big drive to deep center field. That was a hit and run play. Gordon, though, able to get back to first base as Ashburn makes the catch. Here's Whitey Lockman now. Whitey Lockman having a fairly good season so far. A little bit of power. No home runs yet. A little ground ball to third base, and that does that. And here's Dale Ennis for the Philadelphia Phillies, and he takes the ball. Phillies so far not having a great season so far, that's for sure. Of course, those of you who follow baseball history know that we're not far away from the Whiz Kids. 2-2 now here on Ennis. This team is very similar to that Whiz Kids team, as Ennis grounds out to Kerr, one away. And that really goes to show, I believe, how remarkable it is that the Phillies were so good in 1950. Semick now with the 3-0 count on him. Now it's 3-1. And pitched on the way. A little ground ball there to a shortstop again. Kerr makes the play, and 2 away. Here's Dick Sisler. Hits it to left field, and Lockman runs, tries to get that one, and it just bounces off of him, and that's a base hit for Dick. Bill Nicholson now takes the fastball for a strike, 0-1. And 1-1 there. That was one that got away from Kennedy. 2-1 now. 2-2 now the pitch. And Nicholson fouls that one off. Fouls off another one. Here we have with the foul balls again. Kennedy, though, gets Nicholson to go up high after that fastball, and that's strike 3. On we go to the top of the second inning. Johnny Mize now. Little ground ball over there to Sisler, and he flips it over to Hank Bowery. There's 1 away. Lork now, and he grounds one down to Jones at third. There's 2 away, and Kerr hits another one there to Jones. He's a smooth fielder, but not smooth enough for that one, and Kerr gets a board in the air. First error of the ball game, and there's your first pass ball of the ball game, as that Bowery pitch gets away from Semnick and ends up being all for naught in the end, as the ground ball goes to Miller at second base. And here we go to the bottom of the second inning. There's Hamner now, and he gets a little ground out, 1 away. And here is Eddie Miller, my apologies. I swear it said Epi here in the play-by-play, but who knows? Maybe my eyes are playing tricks on me. 2-2 now the count on Miller. And Miller lines a single there to the opposite field, doing what you have to do given the way they were playing him. Richie Ashburn up now. Ashburn good at sacrifices and good at hitting, or at the hit and run, but not hitting very well so far this season. 176 is his average, which is the reason why he's down so far in the order for me. And the question here is, what do we do with him? Do we bunt, or do we just swing away? Let's swing away, see what happens, see if we can get him a little bit better. Nope, little pop up there to Kerr at short. First pitch swinging, and there's 2 away. Now, Willie Jones has a 1-1 count on him. Fouls the one back, 1-2 now the count. Kennedy pitches and moves and misses that one. 2-2 now the pitch. A little ground ball down the third base line, and here comes Miller around third to score, perhaps. Let's see if Lockman gets the throw in. They got him. They got Miller at the plate. Nice play by Walker Cooper. And that is the third. That is the third out of the inning, and that does it here for the Phillies in the bottom of the second inning. And we have still a scoreless ball game, and man, that was a pretty exciting play here early on. And hard luck for the Phillies, who I thought were able to go up there early, and not quite in the cards. I'm trying to remember who that was. Let's take a quick look here. My apologies. That was Jones. All right. Apologies as I do my little screenshot homework. That will slow us down just a little bit. As I said before, one of you on one of the videos said something about this is like we're playing a game with the bus double parked, and that's kind of the way that we are playing it. We want to be respectful of your time is what it's all about. There's a little pop fly to the catcher, Semnick, by Kennedy, 1 away. And here comes Sid Gordon again. And 2-0 is the count on him. We do want to be respectful of your time. I know that you're probably watching this. I imagine you might be on a lunch break. Maybe it's in the morning sometime. You're having your breakfast. You want to have something to watch for about 20 minutes or so. And we'll try to give you something that doesn't last too long. The Gordon ends up walking, and here's Willard Marshall now. A little foul ball, so 1-1 now is the pitch on him. 2-1 now as Bowery misses, and 3-1, and Bowery not pitching very well so far. A little pop foul to the left-hand side, but just out of play. There's another popped one out of play as the runner was going. Emergency swing, and then another foul ball, this time down the first base line, and there's another foul ball, this one right back to Semek. Full count again, and he loses him, and Willard Marshall gets the walk, and there are two men on with one out for Bobby Thompson here in the top of the third inning. And this already is one of those important moments of this ballgame. 0-1 now the pitch on Bobby. 1-1 now is the pitch on him. That one's fouled back 1-2. And Thompson takes ball 2 just off the plate. And now we have another full count. Bowery not able to get it to work, not able to get it in there. 1949 continues to take its revenge out on me. And there is a base hit to the left side, and that will score 1. Runners now on first and second again for Whitey Lockman. And just like that. Now, you think about that play. Think about that play at the bottom of the second inning, and boy, doesn't that loom large. Right after that play in the bottom of the second inning, the Giants are able to finally break free. My apologies. I say break 3 as I write 3 for the third inning. They're able to break free and get the first run of the ballgame just like that after the big play in the field. Here's Whitey Lockman, 1 out still, and the Phillies are playing for a double play. Little pop-up there to right field to Nicholson, and there's 2 away. Another ball to Nicholson, and that does it. Here come the Phillies. And I tell you, the Phillies can't turn the double play like their cousins over in Philadelphia, the Athletics, are able to. Bowery's gone. Little ground ball to Mize at first base. There's 1 away. Dale Ennis now takes a strike. And there is a sinking line over third base, and Ennis ends up just holding that to a single. And this was a little bit of trickery on my part, starting Dale Ennis in the leadoff position because Ashburn hasn't been hitting, but the problem is he can't run that well. And we really saw that one there as he was only able to get a single out of what normally would have been a double. Semenuk up there now, and he gets a little, let's take a look at this again. He gets a little blooper, it looks like, to the gap in left field between Lockman and Thompson. And Ennis was off with that pitch and never hesitated before going to third base. And here's Dick Sisler now in another big moment of this ballgame early on. The infielders are in at the corners, which is surprising. You think I'm going to bunt with Dick Sisler? It's insane. 1-1 the pitch now on Sisler. There's a little pop-up on the third base side and nothing doing. And Sisler winds up striking out. Monty Kennedy gets him 2 away now, and Bill Nicholson. And I have a feeling that this isn't going to work out so well for the Phillies. 1-1 now the count on Nicholson. That one's fouled off the catcher's shin guards, 1-2. And Nicholson takes that one inside, 2-2. And there's Kennedy with the strikeout number 3. And the Phillies waste a golden opportunity. Doesn't get better than that. First play, and Lorca hits a little ground ball to Hamner, and he makes an excellent play on it. 1 out here, top of the fourth inning, 1-0 Giants. 2-0 now is the pitch on Kerr. And he hits a shot over to Hamner at shortstop, who barely gets it before it hits the ground. 2 away. Walker Cooper now back up. 2-0 now on him, and a little ground ball to short, and they get him on that play. And here's Granny Hamner again. 0-1 now the pitch on Hamner. Little ground ball to Kerr, and that does it for him. And up comes now Eddie Miller. Eddie Miller with 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth inning, 1-1 count on him. And 1-2 now on Miller. And Miller struck out Kennedy with his 4th strikeout of the ballgame, pitching very, very well here in the sun in Philadelphia. 1-1 now the count on Richie Ashburn. There's a little foul ball heading out of play, 1-2 now. Kennedy misses there with the fastball, 2-2. And there's a little easy ground ball to the left side over to third base, and that does it for that inning. Here comes Monty Kennedy now in the top of the 5th inning. Close ball game, 1-0 ball game, Giants with the lead. And Kennedy gets the base hit after being down 0-2 on the count, and Boris is not pitching well so far today. Only 3 hits given up by him, but he can't seem to get a strikeout. And what do we have here? What in the world is going on? Kennedy, who stole, did he steal anything in real life? He stole nothing at all in real life at all. Nowhere even close to getting a stolen base, and the computer manager has him playing hit and run, and he winds up with the base hit with the stolen base in game. Not only did Kennedy never get a steal in real life, he never had an attempt for a stolen base, not at least in 1949. We can look around a little bit maybe and see if Kennedy had anything that looks like a stolen base attempt in his career. I would actually be really surprised if he did, because this is insane, this type of move. And let me move him over here to the batting side. Pretty good hitter in Dynamite. Not a great hitter in real life, right? I mean, none of his statistics, none of his averages look like what you would expect from a pitcher who can hit the ball. And yet, despite that fact, they had him playing hit and run. I mean, I'm looking at his running rating is fair, which is worse than average. Not a great rating, and it worked. He ends up stealing second base, and now you have a runner on second base with nobody out, and the top of the order coming up. Sid Gordon now with an 0-2 count on him, and Bory gets his first strikeout. He disposes of Gordon, one away. Willard Marshall, and that's a strike to him there, 0-1 now. There's a little ground ball to Miller, and Kennedy, believe it or not, has moved up to third base. Here's Bobby Thompson, one right below the knees on the great Scott. 1-1 now, the count on Thompson. 2-1 now. He lays out that breaking ball. 3-1 now. We're going to lose him. No, it's a ground ball over to a Hamner at short, and that does that. Now we go to the bottom of the fifth inning. So that stolen base ends up meaning nothing. But, boy, that sure means a lot to me. 0-2 now the pitch on Willie Jones. What an insane decision, again, by the computer manager. Every one of these games we've had one of these now. And Jones strikes out. He goes down on strike swinging, and that's the fifth strikeout for Kennedy against no walks. Next man up, Bory, and he gets a little pop fly there to Lorca, and that isn't doing anything. 0-1, 1-1 now on Del Ennis, 2-1 now on Ennis. And he lashes that one to left field between third and short, and there's a little base hit, but with 2 outs, I'm not certain that's going to do much of anything at all. And now the count is 0-1 here on Semnick, and he takes a ball, 1-1 on Semnick. 2-1 now. We're not sending Ennis anywhere. 2-2. And up comes the pitch by Kennedy. Full count now. And Seminick gets into that one in left field, and it is a gem of a play by Whitey Lockman, who grabs one on the run. Now, not exactly your web gem, and this is one of the places, by the way, where I do think the Diamond Mine Baseball's play-by-play could use a little bit of help because some of these descriptions are not wonderful. In this case, just saying that it was a defensive gem doesn't tell me what happened. I'd really like to know what happened. Instead, I kind of try to paint a mental image, and I'm not really getting much. 2-1 now, the count on Lockman. And that one's popped up. Seminick not able to get a 2-2 now, the count on him. That one's fouled back to the third base line and goes into the seats. Now, a base hit there for Lockman, able to straighten it out. Fourth hit of the ball game for the Giants. And what do we have here? So Johnny Mize hits a little ground ball to Hamner. Hamner backhands it and throws, and it goes to second base, rather, to Miller. And the rule is safe at second base, and the Phillies come out and start arguing and protesting the call. But, of course, that will change absolutely nothing. Boy, wasn't baseball better back in the days before you had instant replay and all of this focus on getting it right? I don't want to see him get it right. I want to see the argument. I want to see the controversy. I want to see the drama. I want to see what happens now that the Giants got that break. Of course, since I'm managing the Phillies, I might want to have instant replay instead. But you understand my point, don't you? A little fly ball to center field by Lorca, and there's one away. Phillies are going to play for the double play here, not play the infield in on the corners. And we'll see what happens. Kerr with a 3-0 count on him, and he gets a strike in there. And there's another strike, full count now. Bowery fighting back, and he misses his man. And, boy, that doesn't make Hank very happy. And now you have the bases loaded with 1 out. And now we will bring the infield in as Walker Cooper steps up there. And there's a shot in the right center, and Cooper gets the single, and that really is going to start breaking this game wide open. It's 3-0 Giants, and this does not bode well for the Philadelphia faithful. And I tell you, just that one play in the second inning looms large, and then the other play, the safe call at second base, looms large here. And just like that, it is 3-0. And it's 3-0 in a ball game that really, if we had a little bit more luck, we would be leading. And now with Kennedy up here, we kind of have to play the corner, the infield at the very least into the corners. We'll look for two up the middle here because we don't know what this computer manager is going to do. There's a little double play ground ball, and looks like the play just goes straight to first base. Yeah, Miller grabs it, decides not to try to get Walker Cooper, despite Cooper being a slow runner. It is 4-0 Giants. And there's a ball to Sid Gordon. He goes back deep to right field, but Marshall Walker but Marshall is there. Willard Marshall is there. My apologies. And that is the third out. Sisler with a little ground ball to first base, and that's that for him. One away now, bottom of the sixth inning, 4-0 Giants. Bill Nicholson now. He's undressed by that fastball. He takes it for a ball, and now it's a 3-1 count on him, and there's a big swing and a miss, and lefty's going to get him again, and he does. Gets him for the strikeout. 6 strikeouts today from Monty Kennedy, who's making the Athletics look absolutely silly. 1-0 now the pitch on Hamner. Now it's 2-0 on him, and there's ball 3, and let's see if we can get a walk here. Nope. Strike 1, strike 2. Is Monty going to come back? No, it winds up being a single off of Sid Gordon's glove into left field. And that seems like a loud single, perhaps, if you're watching the game live. But when you look at the box score, it's not going to seem like much unless something happens here. 2-1 now. The count now is 2-2 on Eddie Miller. And he takes a fastball high and outside, 3-2. And there's a little ground ball to a short. And that Kerr takes it to first. And that does that. Willard Marshall now, whose name I just screwed up a couple minutes ago. And Marshall repays me the favor by hitting a swift and clean single. Bobby Thompson now, and boy, a great play by Hamner to throw him out from the hole at short. And Marshall moves up to second base. Whitey Lockman now. Little breaking ball to Lockman. 1-1 now, the pitch on him. 2-1 now on Whitey. And there's ball 3. And there's the walk. Lockman draws the walk. 4th walk of the game given up by Bowery. And we have to be careful because with Johnny Mize in here, this can get out of control in a hurry. 0-2 now the pitch on Mize. And that one's chopped off the plate. And Jones makes the play from third base. A tough play. And we have 2 outs now, runners in second or third. 0-2 now the pitch on Jack Lork. That's lined over to Ashburn in center. He can't get it, and there are your 2 runs. And that's what I was saying. You have to be really, really careful here because of the way the Giants can come back. We have Bowery coming up to hit third in the bottom of the 7th inning, and so we are going to wait for him to come up before we pinch hit for him. But I hate to tell you this, but this one's going to be just about all over by the shouting. And here we have Richie Ashburn leading off the bottom of the 7th inning, and he grounds over to Lork at second base, and that's one away. 1-0 now the pitch on Willie Jones. 2-0 on Jones. And he swings on that high fastball. 2-1 the count. That is ball 3 on Jones. And, boy, he swung at that letter high fastball and missed it. I mean, I bet he wants to have that one back full count. And Jones ends up going to first base with a walk. Well, so we have a runner on first base. We have a man coming up to hit for the pitcher, and there's a little bit of hope. And Kennedy, of course, is a left-hander. We have been hitting awfully off of left-handers today, but we're going to put Caballero in. Caballero is one of those early heroes of the season here for Philadelphia. See what he can do. 0-1 now the count on him. And there one's hit on the ground between second and third. Everybody is safe. Del Ennis now comes up, 6-0 Giants. This game's not quite close enough to be considered exciting, but you never know what's going to happen. 2-1 now the pitch on Ennis, 2-2 on him. And that's hit to Lockman in left field, and we're just going to play it safe. No need to send Jones. Not going to do us any good. 0-1 now is the pitch on Andy Semenuk. 1-1 on him as that one just misses the corner. 1-2 is Kennedy about to get another one, and now he takes the one high and tight, 2-2. That's a fastball that's just barely low. And that one's outside, and Semenuk walks. And Kennedy now has 2 walks, 6 strikeouts and 2 walks. But I tell you, these 2 walks have come in a very, very sort of important moment of this game. Sort of important, not important until Philadelphia scores. But Dick Sisler's up now, and he's a big hitter. And that one's outside for a ball, 1-0. And 1-1 now, and that one looked like it was going to be a ball. And there's Sisler with a big base hit, and he scores 1. And we're going to send Caballero to see if he will score as well. And the throw is short, and he scores as well. And now it is 6-2 after Sisler's base hit. And here comes Bill Nicholson again with 2 outs. A lot of this has happened with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 1-0 now the pitch on him. 2-0 now on Nicholson. That one's fouled back, 2-1. And that's lined out to center field. Bobby Thompson's got it, and that does it. And who are we going to put in? We're going to put in Bicknell. Might as well. This is where it becomes fun because you can put in pretty much anyone you want. It's not a particularly close game, 6-2 ball game. We can start putting in some of these guys that we haven't played yet and see what they do. And the first man up is Cooper, who pops that one up to Ashbourne, 1 away. Here's Monty Kennedy. 1-1 now the pitch on Kennedy, and that's low and away, 2-1. Kennedy takes that one for a strike right off the outside corner. And, boy, Bicknell comes inside, gets the strike, and strikes out the pitcher, and that is 2 away quickly. And there's one that's hit out to Ashburn in center field, and that does that. Here we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, 6-2 Giants. Philadelphia with a chance to get back on this one. 0-1 now the pitch to Hamner. 0-2 now as he fouls that one back, and then Hamner strikes out. 7 strikeouts for Monty Kennedy. He's having one heck of a game. Miller now, and he grounds that one over to Lorky, and that's 2 outs. Well, if you swing first pitch, you can't strike out. I guess that's what the plan is, huh? And 1-1 now the pitch on Richie Ashburn, who's hitting very, very poorly. And he fouls that one off 1-2. He's over 3 today, and he fouls another one back. And, boy, Kennedy almost strikes him out there. And Ashburn lines that one off of Kennedy over to third base, where Gordon makes the play, throws it over to Mize at first. That is all she wrote. Top of the 9th inning, 6-2 Giants. And Marshall takes a ball and slaps one right outside the third base line. 1-1 now the pitch on him. Now it's 2-1, that is. And Marshall hits one over to left field. Ennis is able to stay upright and get it. That one's grounded to Hamner at short, 2 away. Lockman now with a foul ball, 0-1. 1-1 now as Bicknell can't find the plate, and that one's fouled back, 1-2. And ground ball right over the bag of third base, and that is the first base hit given up by Bicknell this season, and is likely not going to be the last. 2-0 now on Johnny Mize, runner on second base, 6-2 Giants, 2-1 now. And well, that's the end of that one, and that's a little fly ball to Ashburn in center field, and that does it. And here comes the bottom of the 9th inning, and it's going to be Willie Jones to lead it off here for the Philadelphia Phillies. And boy, they don't just need a blip, a bloop, and a blast. They need like a Hail Mary of some sort. I mean, I don't know if we can send some of the wideouts to run to the end zone, because that's about all we've got. Jones is up here hitting 118 on the season, 1 for 2 today, which is good. But how bad was he hitting before that? And boy, look at what he does to lead it off. Kennedy's pitch is hit deep into the right field gap, and Jones winds up on third base with a triple. Is all smiles out there, looking really happy. And maybe something will happen here. Maybe Philadelphia does have a chance after all. And we go to Eddie Whitecuss, who those of you who are baseball historians will also remember from the 1950 World Series. He takes a fastball for a ball, takes one of the dirt, 2-0 now. There's a high bouncer towards first base, and we're going to go ahead. They're not going to try to throw home, I think. Mize takes that one to the bag himself, 6-3 now Giants. There is a chance. So you're saying there's a chance as Ennis takes a ball. Hey, pops one up to Thompson in center, and there's not as much of a chance now. Semnick is a little ground ball over to Gordon to third, and that does it. And that is the end of this one. Boy, I sure hope that you enjoyed this game. Not as close as I hoped, but the Phillies put up a valiant effort in the end. And if you enjoyed that, hit the like button, subscribe for more. We'll have another one of these for you tomorrow, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.